Hi.
Hi,
I hope
Senise. Can you
hey.
can you still
It was-
hear me?
Yes, I
Oops.
can still hear you. Hopefully you can still hear me. I
Yes.
am happy today to have everybody come on in. Let me make sure I have everything going here because I'm always multitasking. Get my ticker on up here. Welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone that's coming on in or even watching the rebroadcast of this live. I am indubitably Senise. And today I am so excited to have fellow YouTuber and Dooney lover as well, Didi Bean. She is my
Hi.
first guest. Welcome. And I wanted to do something different because I know sometimes y'all probably get tired of looking at me just running my
Never.
mouth. And so I wanted to bring another experience to this. And I know this is not something that's really new. I know other people have done that, but I wanted to bring my little spin to it on my channel and bring in other people that share a love of not just Dooney and Bourke, but other handbags as well. And just other things that we just love to do because it's not always about Dooney and Bourke. It can be about other things in life. And so I'm excited to have Didi being here to just share some things about what she's collecting, what's in her collection, and some other things that we probably don't know about her. But one thing is for certain, as Didi Bean is my first guest, make sure you head over to her channel and subscribe as well. We are a community that love to help each other out and be supportive to everyone because I think it's enough room for everyone. So welcome. Hey Bridget, hey my pursuit of happiness. I gotta talk to you as well to get you on here too. But thank you so much. And I know Didi Bean actually has a real name, so I'm gonna let her introduce herself and just share some things, just some little bit information that you want to enlighten the everybody on.
Hi, I'm Didi Bean. In case y'all haven't been over to my channel yet, I go by Didi Bean. That's actually my nickname. My older brother gave me that name. He couldn't say my name in Spanish, and so it shortened out to Didi, and that's kind of where it started, how it started, and
Okay.
so it's like everybody who's my friend calls me Dee Dee. If you call me by my surname, my real name, then you're a bill collector, and we don't want to talk. We
Okay.
don't.
I got you on that. I got you on that. So what I'm going to do, and this will be like the format for each and everybody that I will bring in to get to know. I have probably about 10 to maybe 12 questions that I would love to ask just to gain better understanding as to what led you to Dooney and Bourke and how you go about collecting your items. I think Didi Bean has a very special platform because she does a lot of thrifting as well within not just Dooney and Bourke, but other brands. And she'll bring something out. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that was out there still. Somebody was selling that. And she takes a chance. She truly takes a chance with collecting. And so we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that. But first and foremost, could you share with us like your first encounter in purchasing a Dooney and Bourke bag? What
Well,
led you?
yes, ma'am. I first discovered Dooney and Bourke in high school, and I really didn't know the name of it. I just knew the style of bag, and it was kind of one of those things where all of the, you know, rich girls had them, and I loved them how they looked, and it was the barrel bags, the I guess now
Mm,
they call it a speedy, and
mhm.
and so they were everybody was carrying like the tan ones, and I really wanted a green one, but I
Mm,
didn't know where to get them at because we didn't have much money, and so we didn't really like shop the big department stores and things like that. So we weren't. My mom was not that kind of a person. It's like if we paid more than $10 for a bag, that was like it. So I
mhm.
just went and buy and got the silhouette. It didn't have all the fancy stuff on it, so I got the silhouette, but not anything, not the brand. So
Mhm.
then it's kind of was off of my radar until February of 2023. I went searching for jewelry for my Effie jewelry, which is what I have on. We do a lot of cruising, and my husband likes to mark our vacations with a piece of jewelry. So I was trying to find something that I didn't have, and it was for our 30th anniversary. And so I was searching that, and I came across Dawn from Dawn Loves Couture's
Mm-hmm.
channel, and she just happened to unbox a Dooney, and I was like, Dooney and Bourke, that's still around, because it was a brand new bag, and I was like, that's still around? Are you sure? Because by that time, I learned what the name of the bag was and all that stuff, and I was like, there I was on there and searching and trying to find one, but I wanted my original bag. I wanted the original bag I was looking for. So that's what kind of led me down the thrifting site. But I did go down to Dooney.com, and I Love Dooney, and I did buy my first bag from there, which I have here, so I can show you whenever you're ready. And from there, it was like 31 orders in like a month. Because it was in the end of February,
Yeah.
April, when they had their big sales, like the after season sales, I guess is what it is. So they were fantastic deals. I mean, it was like you were stealing the bags from them. So I couldn't stop. And I had not carried a handbag in over 20 years. Well, I'm sorry, not 20 years. Well, maybe, but at least 10 plus years, we'll say, because
Yeah.
I have rheumatoid arthritis. And when my mom became ill, I had to care for her. She had terminal cancer. And I took that role on. And so it pushed me into early onset rheumatoid arthritis due to stress and all of that. So I got really sick, and of course I was a mom, I was working, I was a wife, you do all the do's. I was carrying the big old totes like you carry, big old backpacks loaded down.
Yeah.
And so when I went to the doctor's office, he literally wrote me a prescription, handed it to me. He says, you are not allowed to carry bags. If it's bigger than my wallet, you cannot carry it on your person at all.
Wow.
And because that's how I don't want to say brittle, because at that time my bones weren't brittle, but it's just how much inflation I had on my body and how it was hurting, because everything was hurting. I mean, you could touch me and it hurt. My body was so inflamed. And so I had to stop cold turkey, which was the hardest thing ever. So I had to come up with different ideas, different things of how to carry what I needed, but yet not carry a bag on my person on a daily basis. So when I was feeling better in February, and I said, well, I'm not going to see the doctor for 3 months, and I'm feeling good. He still doesn't know I've gone back to the handbags yet. I went down the rabbit hole, and Senise, I can't even tell you how many bags I have. I cannot even tell you. I've lost count. We don't count around here.
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Oh, wow. Okay. And you're probably going to ask me this. I'm going to just jump the gun.
Go right
I
ahead.
am a mental health professional or social worker. And one of my things that I do, and I've been doing this even before I became a social worker, I just have to rationalize and really try to figure things out. I love putting pieces of puzzles together. And so I was thinking, I know we all in the handbag community, we gravitate towards certain silhouettes, certain styles. And I questioned in my mind, I said, she has a lot of these smaller type bags and they're cute. And I noticed that pretty much that's what you gravitate towards. And so now you just explained that to me, and I knew it was a reason. So now I feel better. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I get it. I understand, because you definitely have to look out for your health. And I like the fact that even though you had to stop carrying, you eventually found a way to really bring it back into the realm of things where it's not just so much of it. Because I love big bags, but every now and then I want to carry a crossbody because it's light and it's easy for me to maneuver. So I like how you just kind of brought that back in, and now I get it. That's nice. I love it.
If I'm going to carry it on my person, and if I'm going to, walk around with it, I have to keep it small and light. That's why sometimes I ask you if the bags are light, and you say, well, it depends on what you put in there. I have to, I start, and this really wasn't into about 4 or 5 months after buying all the bags, is I have to start off with a pound and a half ish on my bags. If they hit 2 pounds or the definitely 3 pounders, no,
Yeah.
I can't. And I do have a few of those because I bought them without thinking about them, because I just kind of went crazy. And and I'm not disciplined enough to not load it down. I'm trying to do that better, but because I'm not, I had to pull back, and it's like, I love the mini bags. I mean, I don't know if you can see my tree here. I have all the little bags and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I love that. But oh, did you lose me?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Let's see. You turned. It turned again.
I did turn. How did I turn? I didn't touch it.
Know. I don't know. Let me see.
Should I?
I don't think there's anything I can do on my end.
Should I try to turn my phone and see if that'll work? Let's see.
Yes, turn it again. We'll leave it at that.
Is that better? Okay, but now y'all catch the light. Let's see. Is that better?
That's fine.
I don't want y'all to see my mess in my house.
You didn't see anything because now it's horizontal or vertical.
Yeah, is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. Excuse me. Sorry. That's fine. This is can I show you my first bag?
Yes,
that I bought?
go ahead.
This is the Doan Satchel in red and pebble grain. And it's kind of for me, it's a medium to large bag. At the time when I got it, it wasn't. To me, I'm like, because my mind was still thinking, before illness,
Yeah.
And I do like it. It has rolled handles, so that didn't hurt my hand, but it is a little heavy because of the bottom. It starts a little heavy. And so when I wear it crossbody, or if I carry it a lot, it does get heavy on me. Yeah. But this is my most carried bag. So I just have to make sure and go little with the accessories. Just remember, it's like, okay, before you use handbags, what did you do? And I had to go back to those things that I did. And one of the biggest things that I did, so if y'all are in the position to do that, I started doing what I call a car bag. So I would have my tote or a big purse or whatever I would have of my things that I needed, or the kids needed, or the hubby needed, and just would leave it in the car. So if we were anywhere we were at, it's not that far for the hubs or the kids to run to the car to grab what they need, or for the hubs to put it in. Because usually, they did sports, gymnastics, cheerleader, things like that. So, you carry those big old wagons and stuff. So you put the totes in there, or the duffel bags and stuff. So that's what I would have. And then I would carry on my person was just the phone. And are you familiar with the bandolier brand?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I went to, where it was the phone case, and then you could put your driver's license and some change and stuff. And so that's what I would have. So I would have a little bit of money, one credit card, my driver's license, and not a credit card, but debit card, my driver's license, and some cash. And that's what I would have on my person. And then we would have the car bag or whatever, either in the car or with our stuff. So when I started carrying this, I'm like, woohoo, toting it around, carrying it around, thinking I'm all that. Well, then I started hurting. Probably about a month or so in, I started hurting again. And I was like, oh, it's the bag. And it takes a while for your brain to catch up with your body. And so I was like, okay, so I have to be disciplined and be careful. And that's when I kind of started changing and made a concerted effort, which will lead me into what you were talking about earlier, other brands that I was looking at. But before I did that, I'm a leather snob.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you a leather snob? It's like, I want leather. If I'm going to be paying that amount of money, I don't want vegan leather. No offense,
Yeah.
anybody. I want the real stuff. I don't want leather. I want the real stuff.
Mhm.
And I love how it smells. I love how it feels. And
Yes.
so going back into it, I wanted that. But the bag, I discovered the bag of the month. Oh, bag of the month. And so they had this, the nylon,
Yes.
the Wayfair, right?
Uh-huh.
And I didn't want to buy it, but I had committed to doing the bag of the month videos, and they
Mhm.
were getting good views, and I thought, okay, well, let me get it. Fell in love with this, carried this for 2 months. I had to force myself to get out of it because
Yes, it's so light.
it is so light. And but it's not Dooney's nylon cat, is it cat canvas nylon, right?
Nylon. Mhm.
It is not the cheapy stuff that you find, at Walmart. I mean, it is of good quality. It feels sturdy. You don't feel like you're going to tear it. It holds your things very well. So I was very impressed and very surprised. So I went down that rabbit hole with getting several of these. And so those are my two most carried bags. So that's
Okay.
the red one is if it's not raining and I just kind of want to show off a little bit. And then if it's raining or bad weather or I know it's a long, long day, then this is what I'll take.
Okay. I like that the Wayfair. I think that might be an item or material that I probably add more to my collection this year because I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm a leather snob, but I do love pebble grain. I do love. I think I love pebble grain all weather leather the most.
Uh-huh.
My first bag was back in '94 when I turned 16. My mom bought my all weather leather crossbody, so that was my introduction to having crossbodies, and then introduction to having my own bag, my own Dooney and Burke bag, and I still have it to this day. Um, and I just love it. I truly, truly love it. I ended up in my next, well, you already answered the question, but the first time I actually purchased my own bag was back in probably 99, and I remember everything. It was back in 99, and I had been looking through the catalogs, and I wanted this another crossbody, and it was this cabriolet messenger bag, and I love big bags all my life, and it was the large one, and I still have it to this day. I had to stop carrying it because I have worn that bag out. And I've been trying to figure out, Lord, can they at least bring it back so I can get another one? I'll probably buy two or three of them. But I carried that bag all through my undergrad and even my grad school. And if I could carry it right now while I'm in school, I would, but it would just be a disservice. But I'm telling you, that material is just wonderful. I love that bag. And so purchasing that on my own, going to the outlet store and getting it was just the absolute best thing to me. And I have just always gravitated to Dooney. It's just long lasting.
I
I go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I love it because it's American made.
Mhm.
It's still a small mom and pop type of company. They haven't gone, you know, big enough to be, and I think that's part of what, because there's people who are like, oh, Dooney and Burke, or that's what was my starter bag, or what have you. But the quality is so good because they can still be in control of it. I know there was a moment where they had some issues. I saw some videos and things kind of when I was going back and searching all of y'all's channels. But then they corrected it right away and they
Mhm.
made good with it right away. And you're looking at the big high-end Lex stores like Chanel, for instance. I watched some of the shows that were, they they're all into Chanel and stuff, and it's like the Chanel leather falling apart. None of my, in like two or three carries. I'm not very careful with my bags. I mean, I try to be, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, when you're tired, what have you, it's just kind of like, you put it here. We have, cats and dogs, and I try to keep everything away, grandkids and stuff. And I mean, This bag has been through the ringer, and it looks brand new, and I've had it
It
since
does.
it'll be a year in February, and it's
Mm,
I've used it a lot, and I'm like, you it's American made, and we make it here. They make, well, they most of them are made here, and I like that concept of supporting the smaller stores, like buying locals, things like
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
like that. So that's one of the big things, is that they still take pride in what they do. You call
yeah.
customer service, and yes, ma'am, except for those stickers, except for those darn stickers, they take care of it.
Yes.
I was like, where are my stickers?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to still figure out how I can get that. Like, oh wow, I would love to just have my own big assortment of them, and then I can send them out to everybody because we want those ducks, don't we? We really, really want those stickers. Um, Another thing that I was thinking about prior to this starting was just along with the craftsmanship of the bag and just the way that they put the love into the bags. It My bags too have just been, they have not met a wall. Like they always gonna meet a wall somewhere. I'm gonna rub against the wall. I
Exactly.
got stuff marks, but you can rub it out or you can, wipe it down, and it lasts long. So when I went back and looked at my first one, I was like, man, all I gotta do is put a little buff and shine to it, and it will look brand spanking new again. And I kind of wish that in my younger years, I took better care of my bags, but I wasn't there in life. I really
Right.
wasn't. I'll say probably about at least 10, 15 years ago, that's when I really started to um say to myself, I think I need to take care of these bags because I noticed they were still around. I have dibbled and dabbled in the past because of my funds. I have done Nine West bags. I've done the sack bags. I've done a couple of Coach items, and the Coach and the sacks are still there. I pulled out a Nine West bag that was, I loved it. It was purple and it was beautiful. When I tell you that thing is falling apart, I had to throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, no, I'll never throw a Dooney in the garbage.
No. No.
And so
Never.
I'm just really happy with just getting to the point where for me it's affordable and it fits my style of being a grown woman at this point. Um,
Right.
the Coach, I'm not gonna knock Coach or anybody that purchases from Coach because I didn't know they had a higher end of Coach bags. I thought they were just on the lower side, but they have a lot of things and they're constantly evolving and bringing out new colors and new this, that, and the other. To me, that's a little bit too much.
It, yeah, it gets overwhelming. When I did my first dive back into it in February, I hit Dooney, Dooney.com, I love Dooney, and I hit Coach, because those were like seemed to be the two big ones that everybody was kind of going into. So I have some Coach bags that I've purchased that I haven't even used yet, and haven't even shown on my channel or anything yet. And and I like them. I prefer more of the Coach outlet bags,
Mm,
because of the styles. They're they're more fun, I guess, to me than the other end, the more high dollar ones. Because I'm like, and then when I go into the high dollar ones, I'm thinking, okay, they want $400 or $500 for this bag that I like. I don't love it. I
yeah,
like it.
yeah, yeah.
But I can go to Dooney, and if I wait for the sale, and the one on my wish list will come around, and I can buy that for half that price and know that it's going to be a great bag. So it's
Hmm.
really hard for me to pull the trigger on those big high dollar bags from Coach,
Yeah,
because I would prefer to have a Dooney,
yeah,
to do
yeah.
it that way.
And I also like even around in my area because I'm in the South. Um, when I come across individuals with that carry Dooney and Burks, I don't ever see the same bags. I see different bags And I just like being able to say, hey, I have something that no one else is carrying. Versus if I see a Michael Kors or a Coach bag or some of the other brands, everybody has those bags.
Right.
Everybody's carrying the same thing. And you can almost say that about Louis Vuitton. Now, maybe one day in life I might decide to get one. I can't I guess I get so overwhelmed with the selections and then I want specific things to be going on with the bag. I'm just like, I'm not gonna get that. But I agree with you on one thing. If I can buy a bag at this high price, wait on Dooney to come and put something on sale, I could buy 4 or 5 bags for that price. I like
Exactly.
I like both. So I just go with that. And it's something else I want to touch on too. With myself, even though I started out in 94 with my first bag, my collection really didn't take off until probably about 2000. It kind of fluctuated, maybe about 2005, 2006. I went and got multiples. I thought initially for me, if I got 2 or 3 bags in that year's time, I'm doing great. Well, the pandemic hit and that just went all out the window because like you, I probably bought 30 bags in a month. I don't want to count. I'm just throwing it out there.
Now I said 30 orders. That didn't mean there was only one bag per order. No.
Okay, I got you. Oh wow. But I mean, it's just fun. And then these sales have been great. Did you pick up anything during the Christmas? I think you did pick up some items during the holiday sales, and we'll say from the end of October up until right before Christmas.
I picked up just a couple of I try to stay away from the 12 days of Dooney. I try not to look and not open the bags because I had already been um stockpiling stockpiling my bags from thrifting because when you thrift, um it goes things go in and out. Sometimes you're going to go on there and it's like it's unbelievable. There's like 10 great bags that you're trying to get, and then sometimes you
Mhm.
go on there and it's sparse. There's like nothing. It's just it they probably should be in the trash can,
Yeah.
and so I I had hit the jackpot in August, September when I was sick, October. And so when it came around time for the sale for the 12 days of Dooney, I was like, as much as I wanted to, I would look and I was like, no, don't do it, don't do it. So I bought some SLGs because they were $19.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I bought several of those, gave a few away at Christmas time. That was some presents for that. And then Tara and I did our own bag of the month choices. So I bought
Yeah.
those. But other than that, other than those, I really didn't buy anything too much. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. I did fall into the hole of olive has become my new favorite color, the Dooney olive. It
Mhm.
is just gorgeous. They had that camera bag for like, I think I got it for $79 when I went on
Mhm.
there. And then the next day or the half a day later, it was $89 after I started telling everybody, hey, go look. They were like, well, it's $89 now. I was like, well, you missed out then. You should have been quicker.
Yeah.
So I bought that and it's just, I kind of fell down that hole. Kind of down that hole. But I did a few of that, but not too much because I'm
Okay.
doing right now in January, I'm doing I fell in love. I found what was it first that I found? I think I found the Dooney vintage backpack. And
Okay.
I unboxed that a few months ago, and it looks just like the one that they released, that Louis Vuitton released in the remix. The
Mhm.
difference is mine, the straps come completely off, so you can carry it as a top handle. So I went down the denim um, rabbit hole and was looking for everything and anything I could find with Dooney denim, and then some other brands as well too. So this was before I knew that LV, because I'm not in, I don't shop that line. What I do have has been pre-owned, pre-loved. And so I didn't know that it was coming out till December, till mid-November, and I was like, well, I'm gonna save that. And so I'm doing, I think I titled my series Dee Dee's Denim Drops is what I'm doing in
Mhm,
January. And on
mhm,
Saturday, I just released the first one. And so I'll be having all the Doonies that I found, plus other brands as well too off the denim. And I just fell in love with the denim. And these people, Senise, I don't understand. The first bag I got, beautiful, immaculate condition, immaculate. Had never, didn't even look like had been used, or if it was used, it was just very minimally. Gorgeous bag, gorgeous bag. And I'm like,
mhm.
I would never get rid of that. I guess they got tired of it. I don't know, but it's mine
You
now.
know,
It's mine
yeah.
now.
And that's what I try to figure out when I have gone onto the secondhand market to look for some bags, and I'm like, did y'all is I start thinking, as I said before, I get to thinking that, well, maybe someone passed and they're trying to sell their items for them, or sell the items, because I don't understand it. I've had people come up to me and say, "Aren't you tired of your bag? Do you want to sell it to me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. Don't ever come to me with that because I'm not." Now I have given a bag or two away because I was just like, maybe I just jumped the gun in purchasing, and now I'm not really feeling the bag. So I want to bless someone else with it free of charge. I'm not going to charge you for that. That's just crazy to me. But I don't know. I question that when I do, and I have purchased some items. What is the website or your particular favorite spot to do your thrifting? Do you do it online or do you go into the stores? Um, yeah, kind of give a little bit of feedback about that.
Yeah, I used to be a thrifter of everything pretty much all my life,
Mm,
but now I really can, and especially since the pandemic, and then because of my illness and stuff, I get too tired, especially going out by myself. So I don't go out and thrift anymore. There's a one little small uh Goodwill by the house, but it
mm.
really has nothing. So what I was doing, I started doing Caleb Snail's channel. I'm not sure if you've heard of Caleb Snail.
Yes.
Okay, so he's the one who introduced me to his channel, to shopgoodwill.com.
Yes, that's what I was gonna ask you about.
Fell down that rabbit hole, girl, and oh my goodness. So that's my favorite place. But
Okay.
now it's getting, I guess, because more people are finding out about it, so it's getting a little bit harder. The bids are going up a lot, so a lot
Oh.
higher. So the stuff that I guess probably in November, everything started kind of going up. The end of October, November, because there was, I think, so many people on their bidding, so many people trying to find out about it. And on shopgoodwill.com, they have auctions. Most of their stuff there is auctions, but you
Mhm,
also can click buy now, and
mhm.
they're a little bit higher. So sometimes I find them on there as well too. If they have the little 1 cent on there, that means that it's 1 cent shipping. So if the
Oh,
price is
wow.
high, it's only 1 cent shipping. They can charge you a handling fee sometimes, but then okay, they're charging me a little bit higher, but the shipping's not going to be outrageous, and you know how shipping is everywhere. So
Mhm.
sometimes I've bought a bag for $4.99 on an auction, and my shipping was like $15, but
Yeah.
it still came out okay in the end, but the bag was triple of what it was, or double. I don't know. I don't do math. I don't do
I
math.
got I got you.
And
Um,
so that's one of mine. Then the next go to is eBay. I do
okay,
eBay,
okay.
and then Goodwill finds. Those are my three. Those are my
Okay.
top three. Now Goodwill finds, you have to be careful. They are it's all buy now, but their shipping is high. And then their buy now prices are high. But if you put
Mhm.
them in your wish list, pro tip, you put them in your wish list, and if it's not something that you like it, but you're not gonna dream about it if you miss it, if you put it in your basket, and probably in about a week, they start reducing it, just like they do in the stores. They'll start
Mm,
reducing it, and maybe about once a month. I've kind of figured a pattern: once a month or every like 4 to 6 weeks, they'll do a 50% off or what have you. And so I'll get those emails. You sign up for the emails, and I'll run over there really quick and check them. And I've gotten a lot of them that way, where the ones that I wanted were still there, and I was able to get them at the 50% off of what they had. But then again, the shipping is high, so you have to weigh that against
yeah.
what you want to do. Some
Mm,
people, it's like, this is what the bag costs. It doesn't matter what shipping is. It doesn't matter to me. I try to do both. Try to do both.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Because I think initially when Caleb put that info out, I forgot which video it was, but when he put that out, I said, "Oh wow, this is wonderful!" Because now I feel like I'm shopping at every Goodwill all over the country. That's
Exactly.
wonderful. And there were a lot of bags, I say, at the beginning of last year. And I probably put my bid in one of those bids, but I never did go get the bag. I was just like,
They didn't
hmm.
send you the bag?
Well, I never finished out everything. Like, no, I
Oh.
didn't finish it. Because I said, well, do I really need to add this to my collection? I'll talk myself out of some stuff. I
Oh, you
really
got
will.
excited about it, yeah.
Yes, I truly did. And I've been thinking about going back and looking again. But I figured if I was the one that saw this video, I think he had maybe some thousands of other people that saw that. So it's not a best kept secret anymore.
Not anymore. Well, and the way I see it is, I'm rescuing bags,
Mhm.
I'm recycling, and I'm
Yeah.
giving to charity. I'm giving to charity. I tell my husband it's for charity.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at
For
it. A very good
charity,
way.
and they'll send me, because they miss my dollars, so they'll send me notices. Oh, this is how many people you've helped, or this is or what you have done, because I haven't been there in a little while, in about a month and a half
Mhm.
at the sites, because I've been trying to pull back a little bit. And that's one of the things too, where I know somebody had mentioned, and I've seen some videos where they were kind of put off, where, because I guess I'm considered an unboxing channel. It wasn't. I didn't start out YouTube doing that. The way I started YouTube was, if you look at my very first YouTube, I was watching Caleb, and I got a mountain of bags really inexpensively from that live. He did a live, and then he put it on the thing. And I had no lie. On this table, there was up to here with boxes. And he said, you need to start you a YouTube channel if you want to keep shopping for those bags.
Mm.
And then I was encouraged by one of the Yoda Style. She just out of nowhere said, "Why don't you start a channel?" She liked my Instagram stuff, and I was like, "Well, my husband kind of jokingly said that," and then it just kind of snowballed. And I said, "What the heck would I have to lose?" And I did it. So, and here I am now. I'm at 430, I think now. So
Okay.
subs. So I'm pretty excited, because I was like, my goal was, can I have 5 people?
I was there with
Five
you.
people who are, that was my goal. So I've superseded my goal. But
Yes, definitely.
I got excited about it. And so, like I said, it goes in spurts, especially if you thrift, or it goes in spurts on the sales. So I just kind of parcel them out as far as videos, and
Mhm.
I bulk record, because I'll record when I feel good. So sometimes I'll record 4 or 5 videos back to back, and then when I'm not good, like those 2.5 months that I was sick, it was August, September, and half of October. Well, I
Mhm.
had all of this content there. I was
Mhm.
saving some for my Vlogmas for December, and then to put content out, and I was editing. I'm in bed, so I could edit. And so
Mm.
that's what I do, is that when I'm feeling well enough, I'll bulk record, so it looks like every day or every week I'm unboxing, and I'm
Mhm.
buying every day, every week, but it's really not, because it's been probably about 2.5 months before I purchased something, the last time I purchased something in real life, in real time,
Wow,
because
you just shared us your best kept secret. I mean, because I never would have thought that at all. You did a great job with doing that. I
Thank you.
don't have the discipline because once I get my boxes, especially if I do a haul and I could like divide it all up and just say, let me just, unbox one thing at a time. I'm too excited. So I'm just like, we're going to do this big haul. And I think my mom has said in the past, why do you do that? I'm like, it's a haul because that's what we do on YouTube. We don't necessarily have to divide it up, but I think I've learned now um to just kind of slow down and talk about it a little bit more. My goal for this year, because of those hauls, a lot of those bags I still haven't carried, or items I haven't carried yet, and I looked at that and I'm like, oh, this still has a tag on it. What was on my mind? So my goal this year is to slow down and get those bags out, carry them, and talk about them a little bit better. Because I do have plenty. I truly do have plenty. But that's awesome to hear how you did that because you never know what may come about. You
Right,
know, um, one thing, one of the main reasons why I started to do the live, I get tired of editing. I have gotten so tired of editing because I want to try to be creative, and in my
right.
mind, I am there. But when I start working on it, I'm like, I can't get that out of my head onto this screen. So I just get overwhelmed. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. We just gonna have to do some live stuff. We're gonna take all the mistakes and just love on it and be
But
happy.
exactly, yeah. And I mean, I did two of my own lives where I hosted. I did one by myself because
Mhm.
Melissa wasn't able to be with me for my Christmas vlog, and then I did one hosting her because we did a collab. We did the 12 red hot bags of I've already forgot what it was, what the title was. Red hot bags. Somebody help me out. And is what our collab was. And so I enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed the fact all I had to do was wait the 5 minutes or whatever it tells you that now you can post it, for the
Mhm.
the replay. And I went boop, and you're done. It's like it is what it
Yep.
is, and it's out there, and it's done. And I don't have a problem at all with that at all. And I am gonna incorporate more lives as well on my channel. My goal is, I
Mhm.
was telling you, is that I want to invite you over on my channel as well too. Is I want to have it once a month as well too, and to kind of do something similar to what you're doing, just to kind of
Mhm.
put it out there, just to kind of you know do a little bit something a little bit different, and to save me from
Yeah.
editing. Save me from
Yes,
editing.
definitely. Definitely. Okay. Wow, this is such a wonderful conversation. I'm just
Thank you.
you just don't understand. I'm so happy with this. Let's see. What's another question I think I may want to ask you? What is another brand? I mean, because we talked about of course doing the most and we've touched on a couple of other brands. But what's another brand that you feel you enjoy collecting as well?
My
That you will probably
Yes.
be bringing more to your channel.
Definitely. I don't have it here with me. I forgot to pull it out, but I think my next favorite brand, um, it's kind of a tie, but I would say the MZ Wallace. Have you heard the MZ Wallace?
I've seen it on a couple of YouTubers' channel. I hadn't
They
paid too much attention to it.
Yeah, they're also mainly with the nylon type of bags. They do
Okay.
have. I think at Christmas they did drop a leather one, and that sold out within like a day or something like that. But they have some. They're really light. It's a really light bag, and it's a really cool, cute silhouette. And I have a couple of unboxings. I have a playlist, so you could go to my channel and find the playlist. But I was introduced to those by Fuchsia Floyd and channel, and Dawn Loves Couture's channel. And
Okay.
because Dawn also has the same illness that I have, so she said, these are lighter bags, because she had heard me say on my channel that I was starting to have trouble again, and that I was
Mm,
looking for more lightweight bags. And I love it because it's carefree. You can wipe it down, and they are expensive. They are expensive. So that was where the part of the leather snob in me had to switch a little bit, because
mhm.
they're as expensive as a Dooney leather bag. And I'm like, oh, do I really want to do that? And that's where the thrifting really kind of started coming in, because I'm like, I can't pay that. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to paying full price for anything. It's like I break out in hives if I have to pay full price, you know.
Yeah.
So I went and I was trying to find some sales and trying to thrift some, and I thrifted some great bags, which I discovered I did on Friday. Released my little black one, which I used for
Mhm.
our vacation, and I found out from Eva from Future Floyd. She said that that was a coveted MZ Wallace, because they, like, we have a Dooney little, you know, everybody's wild about Dooney kind of groups. They have MZ Wallace collectors as well too, and that was a
Okay.
coveted bag. She said, you found a top bag," and I said, "Really?" And I paid hardly anything for it, you know. And I said, "Well, it's like in fabulous condition." But the MZ Wallace is one that I would recommend if you want something lightweight, carefree, um, you know, and you don't mind the nylon. The nylon there too is right there with Dooney. And they do have on their sites, if you go to their sites, they do have sales every once in a while, but you have to be quick. I mean, it's just like Dooney, you have to be quick. They do sell them on Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack, and every once in a while they'll have sales on that one. Then the other brand, which it's similar, is Longchamp. Have you seen and heard of
Yes.
Longchamp? Okay.
Yes.
Love this bag. I purchased this from Melissa from Melissa's Corner.
Mm-hmm.
I did the collab with her, and I love this little bag, and it holds so much in it. And this is the little bag I did. I was tagged on the video of your top 5 bags that had the most views or what have you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the one, because I did it to the Barbie music. I did a short. It was probably like my first or second short I did, and it hit 1,000. I'm like, can my long forms hit 1,000, please?
Yeah.
I was like, is that my channel? Is that me on there? Are you sure that's me? But I like the ones that has. This is a little troublesome, but I like how that looks, and I just like that extra security. And this is also lightweight, and this one's a crossbody where it has little holes there, and they have different sizes, all different sizes, different colors, different designs, fun ones, conservative ones. And it's the same thing. It starts off and there's no weight to it at all. They also have I'm sorry, my nose is running today.
You
They
good.
have a I want to say, is it from France? Maybe, I think, is where they're from. So they have all kinds of fun designs, but they have leather as well too.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to venture to find something on the secondhand market, pre-loved, of course, and something that I like, because their leather ones are a little bit. I like fun bags. You know, I haven't been in a bags in whiles, and I just something that pops, something kind of fun. You know, and just a color that, you know, draws my attention. You know, and so I've been trying to look for a leather one, because their leather is all supposed to be a little bit lighter leather
Mm.
as well too, but still um, high dollar, very good quality leather. So
Okay.
I'm going to try those, but for now, I mean, but the nylon, I highly recommend those. And then of course my love, Marc Jacobs is my love. I love
Okay.
his, I love his uh vintage lines, you know.
Okay.
And I did buy me, though, that the tote bag.
Oh yeah.
I, when I first saw it, I said, I am never buying that bag. Why do I want a bag that says the tote? But I have it right here. I'm carrying it now. Let's see if I can grab it. It's a little heavy. So I went for the small one. I
Okay.
held down, so I got the red.
It's pretty.
And then this is the little bag charm. I'm a
Oh my
sucker.
goodness.
And then here's a little Vera Bradley that goes. So it's a little backpack, Vera Bradley backpack. Now, tell me this, Senise. Why is it? Okay, confession. Don't judge. No judging.
Okay.
This this is $125. Was this at
But you
North?
didn't pay for it.
I paid full price, girl, and then I bought it. I didn't even think twice about it. My charms, some of my charms are like
Uh-huh.
$100 charms that my brain, yeah, get it. I
Yeah.
Yeah, of like, because they go really quick, and I don't know, I can pull the trigger quicker on a little charm like this than I can on a bag. Whether it's a Dooney or not, it's like it takes me a while to think about it, but if you give me a little charm, something little like this,
Yeah.
and what? It's only $100. I can wear it like every single day. After
And charms
365
are
days,
just
it'll be like
different.
pennies.
Yeah, charms are different. Wow, because I think in the past, especially when we see items and we think they're going to be around for a while, so we probably say we'll come back to it, and then when we
Right.
finally come back, it's never there. It's gone forever.
Exactly.
So with the charms, I think you have to kind of just run to get them because they're not going to be around much longer. So
And well, and I have to decorate my trees,
yeah,
I need ornaments. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
okay, okay, you definitely can. That's a cute little bag. That charm look like you can just carry it by itself, and
Yeah, and it,
that,
it has a crossbody chain that where you can. So you can put in it. I think right now I have my medical cards in there. When
mhm.
I went to the doctor, so they're in there. So it was just easy to grab it and take it out.
That's cute. It reminds me of a little knockoff crossbody that I used to have. I probably still have it somewhere. That I think it was leather, but it was just a really small little thing, and I used to just carry that. And it's like, what can you put in there? A lot, just your essential things, and that's it. It's fun. I like that. I like that. Okay, I'm trying to see what's going on in our chat.
I
We
know
had a
we've been ignoring y'all in the chat. So sorry.
but we had a lot of kudos, a lot of hellos, and so forth.
Let's
Um,
see.
I wanted to see if anybody had any questions, or if anybody want to come in and join in as well.
PSA says, I need to get my MJ tote out of its bag, out of its box, out of its.
Oh wow, please do because there's a lot going on there. Um, let's see. Do you have any questions for me? I
Well,
can ask you questions.
I did have questions, and
Okay.
let's see. Did I know I wrote them down. Did I send them to you? Did I cheat and send them to you?
I don't think you did.
I think you answered them because you said that you were in your so oh, I wanted to know, what is it that you're going to school for exactly?
Okay. Because I got to do better on my channel about talking about that a little bit more. I've recorded videos, have yet to edit them, and they're probably a year old now. But I am currently in school working on my doctorate in
Oh,
social work. In
nice.
social work. Um, I have been a social worker for a number of years. I can't remember how long now. And I've gone through a lot of different changes within the field. I can do a whole lot of different things. I'm a Gemini, first of all, and I get bored easily. So if I'm on the job and it's just like, I think I've reached my goal there, I'll just say I'm done with this and I'll move on to something else. And that's just the beauty of social work. And so, with feeling that I have been a therapist to children, to adults, I've worked with babies, I've worked in the hospital setting, private practice, I work in a lot of different areas. I thought, well, I think I want to be a teacher. I think I want to go and become a professor. And I've always wanted my doctorates. And so I decided that, hey, I'm going to get it in social work, and it has been a very rewarding experience. I couldn't believe that at this age, I'm 45, I'm in school again, but I've learned that I'm going to be a lifelong learner. So I'm already thinking about the next thing I want to achieve after I'm finished with this. But I'm really, really excited and happy about it. It's a fun experience just being in school and achieving some goals that I didn't obtain when I was in undergrad or even grad school. I'm doing it now, and it's been real shocking. Like, oh wow! So yeah, I am a social worker. people, when I tell them that I'm a social worker, I have never taken a child out of the home. I never
Oh,
have aspired to do that. Social work involves a whole lot of other things that people
right.
just don't
They're just
know. So,
doing that. Yeah. Well,
yes,
good for you. Good for you. Congratulations on going back and
thank
doing
you.
that. That's awesome. I can definitely see where the teaching, where you would be good in teaching. And I get it sounded like you want to do college level teaching. Is that what your goal?
Yes,
Yeah, I definitely can see that. You'll be an asset to that. I feel that. Yeah, definitely.
thank
You're
you.
very good at explaining and very your voice is very calm, but yet you can be stern, so I think you'll do well. You'll do well.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I always keep my stuff to myself. And then when I finally share these things, it's like, I didn't even know people paid attention to me like that.
Yes, we pay attention. We pay attention. The can I just I just want to kind of touch a little bit on like my goals for my channel.
Yes, I
And I guess
definitely want to share that.
I,
Yes.
I'm probably going to do a video. I've been hesitating doing a video, but I think in our little group here, I feel safe. We won't think about how far it'll go out if it goes any further. But one of the things was because of my health is my husband wants to try to retire early. We are looking to see about him retiring early, so that it would be easier for him to be home with me. Because it's a little hard for me to be at home by myself. In case something happens, especially like when I have those flare ups and things. So that was, I guess, in the back of my mind, which I never thought I could ever be anywhere close to it. Like I said, my goal was 5 7, but in the back of my mind, it was always, I would love to get to that point where I could get monetized and then
Hmm.
just kind of, I don't want to make $1 million, but if I could bring in, an extra $50 a month or something just to help me
Hmm.
with with my bag addiction, or whatever it is that I want to do, so that it would take the pressure off of having to pay the bills, and I don't have to worry about, okay, we got uses bills, but yet I don't have anything fun to
Yeah.
do. That's kind of what I would like to do. So that's
Hmm.
where I would hope to get to this year. I'm hoping that in by February, my birthday's February the 20th, so I'm hoping that maybe I could get to 500 by my birthday. If not before, would be great, but by my birthday, and then by the end of the year, that maybe I could get to the 1,000 and get monetized is what I want to try to do, and
Yeah.
which is kind of hard for our viewers, because then they'll start getting ads. But if you do the premium like I do, there's no ads. There's no ads.
Definitely. No ads. I love premium.
Me too. Love premium.
Well, I think that you definitely have a goal, a great goal in mind. When I started, let's see, I started actually, I think it was maybe September of 2020. And just like you, I really didn't think I would get 5 subscribers. I actually attempted initially to what did I do? I think I bought an ad or something to try to bring people to my channel,
Oh,
like I really had something going on, and I didn't. And I wouldn't say it was a waste of money, but I would say that it was not that beneficial. I probably got maybe 5 subscribers from that alone. And then it just got to the point where I was just like, well, I'm not really, I had to figure out, why am I doing this? And I realized I wanted to share my perspective of collecting these bags. And I think it was just a really fun thing to do during the pandemic because, hey, we were at home. Uh,
exactly.
and so I just became vested in it because it was, I hadn't looked at videos for years. And I always thought to myself, I think I could do that. But it seemed like a lot of work. And so once I
It
just
is.
started recording myself and putting it out there, was just like, okay, cool. But I really didn't think anybody was paying attention. And then I started seeing people in the comment section talk and ask questions and give kudos. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a real thing. I didn't think it was. And then it took I think it took 2 years before I even got to 1,000 because at that time when I started, they didn't have the whole 500 subscribers type thing that they have now. You had to get to 1,000,
Right, right.
4,000 watch hours. And I believe I had the watch hours before,
The
way before. Hold
subscribe.
on just a second for me. Just a second. So yeah, it took a while to get there. And then once I got to 1,000, it was just like, okay, I really did make it. I'm really, really shocked. And I've done a couple of other little things, tried to bring other pieces of myself to the channel, such as talking about school, talking about mental health, and just kind of putting it all together because for me, I believe in self-care. I believe in you can shop for self-care, but you don't have to go overboard until you
Right,
just
right.
broke.
Yeah.
It's almost like shopping addiction or gambling addiction. All those things are the same. And so I want to bring and shed light about mental health and just how I utilize it with buying my bags and things of that nature. And so I'm saying all that to say stay encouraged because your numbers will go up. Stay true to what you believe in because I think for you to be at this point in this short period of time, that's wonderful. And it's only going
Thank you.
up. It's
Thank you.
going up. Don't be discouraged about any of it because I just had to figure it out. And everybody I think probably had to figure it out as well as to how you want your channel to grow. And I'm even thinking about that now, even to the point where I'm in my new space and I want to create this atmosphere that I could do a little bit more with my channel. Um, it's fun. Just keep the fun in it. Keep
Exactly. It,
smiling and sharing your point of view.
it's kind of an evolution, you have to do that about, well, you don't have to because some people don't, but they have that in our channel page where it has the about box, and I need to
Mhm.
update that a little bit better. But it's like, what do you want? I said, well, I like to shop. I always have, and I like to find a good deal, and I like to share the good deals. And I know a lot of times my friends will tell me, well, will ask me, are you because I've always hustled, I've always done little side jobs doing stuff and what have you. They said, well, are you selling the product? I'm like, no, I just like it, I think you'll like it too, and they're like, well,
Yeah,
okay, and that's just
yeah,
kind of the attitude that I have. And then I kind of go into it is that I enjoy finding the good deals, and I
mm,
enjoy searching and looking for that and getting something for a great price and rescuing items, and
yeah,
doing that. And I enjoy that, and I enjoy sharing and talking and just kind of doing that. And so that it kind of is evolving. It's the same, and it's the same with you, because you get to a point where you're like, okay, you have to think about, and you don't really want to, because you don't want to take the fun out of it, but you
mhm,
have to think about, where do I want my channel to grow, where do I
mm,
want it to go, what do I want to do. And it's just
mhm,
kind of, I try to keep it as organic as possible, because that's
yeah,
just kind of the person I am.
mhm,
But because it's like, I don't know, I just want to, I want to do it, I want to shop, I show you what I shop. Sometimes I for my daughter's birthday, she wanted Crocs. So she wanted white Crocs. So I went on a hunt for white Crocs, and I found them because they're hard to find, and I found them on sale. And so that was one of my content, and it got quite a few. I didn't think anybody was gonna like them, but there's a lot of lovers out there, and I was like, okay, I think I got like 2 subs off of that video, and I was like, really,
mhm,
so you
yeah,
never know. You never know. They see your, like you said, they see your joy, and they knew that I was excited about it, and they were like, well, I'm glad you like it, because it's like they come out of the woods admitting, I'm a croc lover too. you know
yeah, yeah. And that's what it has been with this Dooney and Bourke community. Just seeing a lot of people come out and in the comment section and share that, hey, either I've helped them or they've helped me. We all help each other. And I think it's just the beauty of it. I enjoy it to the point now that I'm ready to share it with other people that I know, they don't know my little secret of having this obsession with Dooney and Bourke. They've probably seen me with my bags. A lot of people don't know I have a channel because I just have not shared it with them. And it was mainly because I didn't want to feel judged. And I
Exactly. Yeah.
feel as if this is just the weirdest thing. And I thought about that before we started today. Just the perception that people have. Um, I do not worship idols. I do not worship anything that I have. If I have it, I have it. If I lose it, I'm not going to be bent out of shape. You know, I still have my life and my relationship with God. That's so
Exactly.
important to me. But I don't want people to judge me about my hobby. It's my hobby.
Exactly.
It's something
Yeah.
that I love. Everybody has their thing, you know, just embrace it. If you support it, great. If you don't say anything bad about it. Just go into the next channel and find what you like. That's what I believe in. So I love the community, the handbag community, and especially the Dooney and Bourke community.
Yes. Yeah. All the
'Cause it
love.
is a lot of us. It's a lot of us, and I really wanna pull more people out and find people and get their perception about their bags and everything like that. I just love it. I really truly do. Well, do you have any final words?
I want to thank you very much for asking me to come on and indulging me and helping me out. And I love watching you on Sundays. It gives me something to do, and I enjoy you telling us all about the specials and learning too, like about the different Dooney bags. And I love it when you pull out the oldies with the goodies, because I missed all those. So I really enjoy that. But I want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody who came in to watch and who have watched, and invite everybody to come on over to my channel. And I have a playlist of a lot of stuff. I try to do some fun stuff over there, and you're welcome to say hi, and just come on over. And thank you very much.
Yes, yes. I am so in just elated for you being here today. And definitely everybody, if you haven't done so already, go to DD Bean's page. Put your handle in the chat for me, DD Bean, so everybody will have it. Um, but that's pretty much it for us today. I am going to be pulling some of y'all PSA public shopping addict. I'm going to be contacting you as well as a lot of the other ladies. I want to kind of bring y'all on. I want to share this experience with you all because this is fun. I want this to be a fun experience, and we get to talking and just see what's going on in each other's lives and just really be that support system for each other during this experience as well. So stay tuned for next Sunday because I will have another special guest. I already got that person booked. I'm excited. I'm always going to be excited, y'all, because this isn't just me by myself doing this. And so I'm looking forward to getting some more ladies to come on in and share your experience. But that is it for us today. I appreciate you all, the support. Definitely go and set up your notifications for DD Bean, especially with all of the new content that she will be bringing forth this year. Support her, share her channel, share, 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 like the videos as well. And let me tell y'all one thing that I do. Sometimes there's a 20,000 videos that I want to watch. I just put it on fast forward because I can give you your watch time, your time there, and I could probably knock out 10 videos within an hour, depending on the length of it. So I always fast forward. I'm listening, I'm watching. Thank you all. Thank you for the support and all that good stuff. I'm gonna come up with a better closing than that because I'm just trying to bring my adrenaline down right now. But thank you all. And hey, we're probably gonna have Dee Dee being back when she reaches her 500 and definitely when she reaches her 1,000 subscribers.
Hopefully.
So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I'm getting ready to go eat. Y'all have a
Bye,
blessed
everybody.
day. Bye.